variation of resistance and resistivity with temperature. On increasing temperature, the resistivity and resistance will change because we derive the formula for resistivity of any metallic conductor as resistivity was m divided by n e square tau. In this formula, m was the mass of electron, n is free electron density or the number of free electrons per unit volume, and tau is relaxation time, time between two successive collision, average time of collision. In this formula, if you suppose they increase the temperature, then we have to see the variation. First case is for metal. In metal, if you are increasing temperature, quite obviously temperature will cannot change the mass, it cannot change the charge. E is the charge of an electron. Quite obviously, these two are the constant. So बचा केवल n and tau. N is the number of free electrons per unit volume. If you are talking about the metal, every atom is already contributing one electron. So there are infinitely many electrons, free electrons already present. So temperature बढ़ाने पे उस infinity में अगर थोड़ा बहुत change भी होता है, there are few more electrons getting that energy, so that it comes and get available for the conduction. That is almost like no change. Just like infinity minus 1 is infinity, similarly infinity plus 1 is also infinity. Correct? Now, if suppose we increase the temperature, what happens to relaxation time? Relaxation time will depend upon speed. On increasing temperature, thermal velocity increases, so net velocity increases. Net velocity increases means there will be faster collision between the two atoms. Faster collision means the time of collision is reduced. Time between two collision is reduced. That means the tau
How
is reduced
decreases.
with temperature and resistivity will increase with temperature. So in metal, if we are increasing temperature, we are increasing resistivity. On increasing temperature, thermal velocity increases. Thermal velocity increases means time between two successive collision decreases. Relaxation time decreases, which increases the resistivity. So metal के केस में टेम्परेचर बढ़ाने पे रेजिस्टिविटी बढ़ेगी, and for a small change on change of temperature, it increases linearly only. Linearly means change in resistivity will be proportional to change in temperature, just like it was the case of linear expansion or thermal expansion in class 11. On increasing temperature, each and every dimension increases linearly. रॉड है तो लेंथ बढ़ती है, अगर कोई शीट है तो एरिया बढ़ेगी, एंड for any body its volume increases. So almost similar kind of relation will be for metal as well. Temperature बढ़ाने पे resistivity बढ़ेगी. On increasing temperature, relaxation time decreases. So change in resistivity will be directly proportional to change in temperature. More change in temperature, more will be the change in resistivity. That's what the meaning of linear change. If suppose it is increasing linearly, so there will be some constant. It also depends upon the initial value of resistivity. So delta rho can be written as rho times alpha delta t. Change in resistivity depends upon initial resistivity. It depends upon the coefficient of resistivity, and also depends upon the temperature. More change in temperature, quite obviously more resistivity. If initial resistivity is already high, then also it will be more change in resistivity. So it is a similar relation that we had in class 11 for the linear expansion. Delta L is equal to alpha delta T. There alpha was coefficient of linear expansion. Here alpha is temperature coefficient of resistivity. Temperature coefficient of resistivity. It will be in per degree Celsius, or we can write this as 1 upon rho times delta rho by delta T. For a very small change, we can also write as d rho is equal to rho alpha times dt. When we have to do the, then we have to do the integration. For a small change in temperature dt, d rho is equal to rho alpha t. Now, as a standard, when we write this temperature change, we start with 0 degree. They are also called as ice point or melting point of ice. So when any body is at 0 degrees Celsius, that is considered to be its initial temperature. So delta T from 0 to T, it will become T minus 0. So by that logic, when we have to write the resistivity of a body at temperature T degrees Celsius. Resistivity at T will be resistivity at 0 plus change in resistivity, and change in resistivity will be rho naught alpha delta T, so delta T is T minus 0. Alpha is the same symbol used in linear expansion, the same symbol we are using here for resistivity, but the meaning is little different. In that linear expansion, it was fractional change in length per unit rise. In case of resistivity, it is fractional change in increase in resistivity per unit change in temperature. So resistivity at temperature T will be resistivity at 0 into 1 plus alpha T. T must be now temperature in degree Celsius only. It cannot be in Kelvin because we are using the degree Celsius parameter for alpha.
Could you go back to last page?
Yes. So it's based on that formula which we derived in the microscopic form of Ohm's law. Resistivity turned out to be m divided by m squared tau. M is mass, obviously it cannot change with temperature. E is charge, cannot change with temperature. T is tau is relaxation time. Temperature बढ़ाएंगे, speed बढ़ेगी. Speed बढ़ेगी तो collision के बीच का time कम हो जाएगा. Tau will decrease and resistivity will increase. And resistivity increases considered to be linear for small change in temperature, and 200-300 degrees Celsius change is considered as small change only. Right?
Yes, sir.
May have noted?
Noted, sir.
Okay. So resistivity of any body or material, in fact body meaning resistivity of a material. Body पे depend नहीं करता. It depends upon a material. Resistivity of a material, copper के लिए it will remain same. Whether you take 1 meter copper or you take 100 meter copper, thick or thin copper, it is a property of material, and that depends only upon the temperature and alpha. So if you plot this on the graph, it will be a linear graph. Resistivity at temperature T versus T degrees Celsius. So it will be a linear graph starting from rho naught. Resistivity of any material depends only upon temperature. Even if you change the length, area, whatever, it will not change for any material. If we want to change, we have to make alloys or mixture of metal. So if we don't want the temperature change to affect the resistivity and effectively the resistance, we prefer using the alloys. So like one of such alloys is Constantan, which is used in the most of the metallic part used in sensitive measurement devices. like ammeter, voltmeter, and all meter bridge. So they use constantan or manganese. This is for metal. Alloys have usually very low, or other some alloys have, not all, but some alloys have very low temperature coefficient of resistivity. Example, constantan and manganese.
Sir, can you go back to the previous page?
Just a second, Bharat. Constantan and manganese are used because they have very low temperature of coefficient of resistivity. That means on increasing temperature, the resistance will remain almost like constant, not much effect. And that's why any measurement devices where we have to use a metallic wire for a long period of time, we prefer constantan or manganese. Yes, Bharat. Done.
Yes, sir.
Bharat. Very good, sir. So for 200, 300, 400 degrees Celsius, it's considered to be small change only because alpha is very, very small. Alpha is of the order of 10 to the power minus 6 to minus 8 degrees Celsius. So this is very, very small. That's why 200, 300 degrees Celsius change is not very big change in temperature. For that also we can apply that formula. Now come to for insulator. So in the case of insulator, what will happen on increasing temperature?
Sir, can you move back to the previous page?
थोड़ा स्पीड बढ़ाओ बेटा, एग्जाम में पेपर छूट जाएगा आपका। भरत,
Yes.
is your writing speed? Yes. Done. Right. So resistivity increases linearly for all the metals. In case of alloys, it remains almost negligible, so that there is not much change. In insulator, what is happening? अगर temperature बढ़ाएंगे, then in insulator there are no free electrons, no free conductors available for charge. As we increase the temperature, there is more conductivity. There is a relatively some more energy is provided. Some more energy is provided, and as a result, the number of charge carrier which can move or which can relatively oscillate with a higher amplitude increases. So insulator के केस में temperature बढ़ाने पे क्या होगा? There will be some increase in N slightly, and that is increase in the N amplitude, and that will cause a very small decrease in the resistivity. But because it is already so high that a small change will not affect much, it will still remain insulator only. There is not much change going to happen in the case of insulator. Theoretically, yes, on increasing the temperature, the resistivity will decrease.
Can you explain this again?
In the case of insulator, when we increase the temperature, does not have any charge carrier available initially for motion or conduction. That's why it is insulator. When we increase the temperature, what will happen? There will be some slightly more number of charge carrier increases because of the thermal energy provided to those electrons, which were initially not available for conduction, but now relatively they are available for conduction. So N is increasing little bit, right?
Yes, sir.
And due to which the resistivity will slightly decrease, but again it is not decreasing as much that it can become some conductor or it can conduct electricity. It will still remain in the same range because the usual metal resistivity is of the order of 10 to the power minus 8, and for insulator it is of the order of 10 to the power 14 to 10 to the power 17. So this is the order of resistivity. A very small change in this will not cause any kind of effect. So practically it remains constant only, that we can say. Right, on increasing temperature, this resistivity slightly decreases, not much. A very small change, practically we can say it remains constant only. There will not be much change because it is already very high. Correct. In the case of semiconductor, in semiconductor, we saw in the first chapter, semiconductor is silicon and germanium. Both are tetravalent. They have 4 valency in the outermost electron, and all 4 are bonded at 0 Kelvin. Silicon having tetravalency, all 4 electrons, they all are bonded together by 4 bonds, each one of them. What happens on increasing temperature? अब इसमें 0 Kelvin पे तो कोई भी electrons available नहीं है, but on increasing temperature here not just electrons come, electrons तो बाहर निकलेंगे और जहां से बाहर निकलते हैं वहां पर एक deficiency of electron or absence of electron produce कर देते हैं, that is called hole. In the case of semiconductor, relaxation time तो सारे cases में in decrease ही होगा, because relaxation time means time between two collision. Temperature बढ़ा रहे हैं तो चाहे वो electron हो चाहे वो hole हो, उसकी speed बढ़ती जाएगी, speed बढ़ेगी तो collision faster होंगे, इसलिए relaxation time will be less. But in the case of semiconductor, there are another change factor is quite high. Number of electrons के साथ साथ यहाँ पे number of holes भी बन रहा है. So there are two charge carrier, both increases simultaneously. इसलिए जो n का change है वो relaxation time के change से ज्यादा बड़ा है. मतलब on increasing temperature, relaxation time decreases. relaxation time decreases linearly and charge carrier density increases exponentially. Right? So since formula में नीचे n और t दोनों है, एक quantity decrease हो रही है, एक quantity increase हो रही है. जैसे tau का decrease हुआ half, relaxation time half हो रहा है, but the number of charge carrier is increasing exponentially. It is becoming 4 times or 5 times. One quantity is becoming half, another quantity is becoming 4 times. दोनों का प्रोडक्ट करोगे तो ये अभी भी 2 times हो गया. मतलब the product is still increasing. On increasing temperature, the product of n into tau increases with temperature. Therefore, resistivity decreases with temperature. ठीक है, तो इसमें दो केस हो गए क्या? दो अलग अलग क्वांटिटीज चेंज हो रही है, एक इंक्रीज हो रही है और एक डिक्रीज हो रही है. टेम्परेचर बढ़ाया तो रिलैक्सेशन टाइम डिक्रीज हो रहा है, बट चार्ज कैरियर बहुत ज्यादा इंक्रीज हो रहा है बिकॉज देयर आर टू चार्ज कैरियर simultaneously increasing. दोनों को काउंट करेंगे then total increase will be greater than. So as a result, the product of n into tau is increasing, therefore resistivity is decreasing. So final value is less than initial value. That means resistivity of semiconductor decreases with temperature. Resistivity of semiconductor decreases with temperature. Resistivity of semiconductor decreases with increase in temperature. Understood the logic? Because there are two quantities changing. एक decrease हो रही है linearly, and another one is increasing exponentially. इसका मतलब delta rho change in rho will be negative, so temperature coefficient of resistivity will also be negative. Alpha is negative. For semiconductors, temperature coefficient of resistivity is negative.
Can you just explain this again?
Abda?
Can you explain this again?
Sure. Semiconductor means silicon, germanium, tetravalent, all are bonded. Initially, there is no free charge carrier or free electron. When we increase the temperature, there will be electrons and holes forming due to the bond breaking. As the more number of bonds break, more charge carrier increases. But there are simultaneously two charge carriers. One is electron, another is hole. They both will be formed and it increases exponentially very rapidly. Electrons and holes which are free to move, their speed will increase because of temperature, so they will collide faster. As a result, relaxation time or average time between two collisions will decrease. So there are two terms that in this formula of resistivity. One is relaxation time, another is n. Both are changing. One is decreasing. So let's say this relaxation time become half. but the resistivity is decreasing because number of free electrons or number of charge carrier is increasing exponentially. Exponentially means power wise, like 2 square, 2 cube, 2 4, so it become 4 times or 8 times. Relaxation time decreases, number of charge carrier increases. Since one quantity is decreasing linearly, another quantity is increasing exponentially. So as a result, the product is always going to increase. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I've now understood the logic.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, I've understood.
okay, so resistivity will decrease with temperature. In the case of semiconductors, that will represent as alpha is negative. Temperature coefficient of resistivity, and now we will see the variation of resistance with temperature. Resistance and resistivity has small difference. Resistivity is the property of material and resistance is the property of some wire or something. So resistance will also depend upon length and area. So suppose a wire has length L and area A at temperature 0 degree, its resistivity is rho naught. Okay, one more thing there, in the case of metal, when we have to calculate for a very small change of resistivity, we can also write as a rho T1 is equal to rho, right here, rho 2 minus rho 1, we can also write as rho 2 minus rho 1 is equal to rho 1 alpha T2 minus T1. This also we can write for very small change in temperature. Relation of resistance with temperature. So this wire has a length of L, area of A, and resistivity is rho naught at 0 degree. Since the resistance depends upon the length as well as area, and on increasing temperature, length also increases, area also increases, resistivity also increases, so they all will have change with temperature. Resistance at 0 degrees Celsius, R0 will be rho 0 into L by A. Resistance at temperature T degrees Celsius, RT will be resistivity at temperature T, length at temperature T divided by area at temperature. Right? Resistivity is rho into T. Yes. Resistance at temperature T will be resistivity also change, length also changes, and area also changes. So now length at temperature T we will use with the formula of coefficient of linear expansion. So L naught into 1 plus alpha L times T. Here alpha L is coefficient of linear expansion. If you remember from class 11th, we did the thermal expansion and all. Length increases with temperature, area also increases the temperature, area, initial area is A. 1 plus beta times T, and beta is 2 times alpha, so that we can write A into 1 plus 2 alpha LT. Alpha, beta, gamma kya tha? Alpha is coefficient of linear expansion, beta is coefficient of area expansion, and gamma was coefficient of volume expansion for a material. लेंथ टेम्परेचर बढ़ाने पे लेंथ बढ़ती है, टेम्परेचर बढ़ाने पे एरिया बढ़ता है, टेम्परेचर बढ़ाने पे 3D बॉडीज के वॉल्यूम बढ़ता है, एंड द per unit change in temperature, their fractional change is called alpha, beta, and gamma. So, on increasing this temperature, now resistance at temperature T will become rho naught 1 plus alpha T. This we have used from the last formula. Resistivity बढ़ जाती है, RT rho T is rho naught. Length at temperature T is L into 1 plus alpha LT. Area at temperature T is equal to A into 1 plus 2 alpha LT. By using this, in this formula, alpha represent temperature coefficient of resistivity. Alpha L represent coefficient of linear expansion of that material. So if it is called copper, it will depend upon the coefficient of linear expansion also, coefficient of surface expansion also. Beta is coefficient of area expansion or surface expansion. In this formula, we need to do some sort of approximation and find the relation. So rho naught अलग कर लेते हैं, L by A, which is the initial resistance. Multiply in the numerator 1 plus alpha LT, or alpha into alpha L times T square, divided by 1 plus 2 alpha L times T. Right? Resistance at temperature T will be resistance at 0 degree. ये first term तो बन गया resistance at 0 degree, rho naught times L by A. 1 plus alpha LT plus alpha L into alpha. अब दो कोफिशिएंट्स को ना मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, और एक का ऑर्डर था 10 to the power minus 8, दो को मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे 10 to the power minus 15 minus 16 के ऑर्डर का आ जाएगा. So this is so small that it will be neglected. Because alpha is 10 to the power minus 8, alpha L is also 10 to the power minus 8, their order is 10 to the power minus 16, and that means negligible or just 0. So नवी न्यूमरेटर में बन गया RT is equal to R naught, ये आ गया 1 plus alpha LT, और ये डिनोमिनेटर से ऊपर लेके जाएंगे तो 1 plus 2 alpha LT to the power minus 1. Again, since alpha is very small, 2 alpha will be very small, और small numbers के लिए binomial approximation लगाते हैं, 1 plus x to the power n is equal to 1 plus nx. So one second वाले number में, in the second term, we will use that relation. RT is equal to
Sir, can you go back to the previous page?
बेटा समझ भी रहे हो ना भरत, समझ आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
It's little mathematical, but this derivation is important, and question have been asked in the relation between temperature coefficient of resistance and temperature coefficient of resistivity. So that formula we are going to derive. There are two formulas, one for resistivity with temperature and another is resistance with temperature. And we have to find relation between their coefficients in these two cases. Done, Bharat? Okay, I assume that 1 plus alpha LT आ जाएगा, और सेकंड वाले टर्म में बाइनोमियल अप्रोक्सीमेशन से प्लस माइनस 1 हो गया, सो 1 minus 2 alpha L times 2. In this, now if you open it, multiply and then further open it, 1 plus alpha L minus 2 alpha Lt minus 2 alpha L into alpha plus alpha Lt square. फिर से इसमें वही लॉजिक लगा सकते हैं कि हमने दो टेम्परेचर कोफिशिएंट को मल्टीप्लाई किया है. 2 multiplication will be 10 to the power minus 15, which is approximately 0. Resistance at temperature T is R naught 1 plus alpha minus alpha L times T. Right?
Yes, sir.
ये बन गया नया फॉर्मूला रेजिस्टेंस का, जिसमें अल्फा इज टेम्परेचर कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेजिस्टिविटी, अल्फा एल इज कोफिशिएंट ऑफ लीनियर एक्सपेंशन. तो अभी हम इसको अल्फा आर से रिप्रेजेंट कर लेते हैं. इट्स नॉट अ स्टैंडर्ड नोटेशन. वैसे क्वेश्चन में दोनों के लिए अल्फा ही लिखा होगा, वो आपको फॉर्मूले से समझना है. अगर वो रेजिस्टिविटी के फॉर्मूले में है तो वो टेम्परेचर कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेजिस्टिविटी है. अगर वो रेजिस्टेंस के फॉर्मूले में, देन दैट अल्फा मींस टेम्परेचर कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस. So alpha R here is coefficient of, this becomes temperature coefficient of resistance. टेम्परेचर कोफिशिएंट का मतलब क्या होता है कि अगर हम यूनिट डिग्री का टेम्परेचर चेंज करें, देन व्हाट विल बी द फ्रैक्शनल चेंज. मतलब जैसे वहां पे था डेल्टा आर, सिमिलरली हियर विल बी आर अल्फा आर टाइम्स डेल्टा टी, where alpha r will be coefficient of temperature, but this is not necessarily written with the r suffix. अगर ये ऐसे भी लिखा हुआ है डेल्टा आर इज इक्वल टू आर इंटू अल्फा इंटू डेल्टा टी, दैट आल्सो मींस इट इज coefficient of temperature, coefficient of resistance only, because it is in the formula of resistance. रिलेशन क्या आ गया? टेम्परेचर कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस इज टेम्परेचर कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेजिस्टिविटी. इस रिलेशन पे भी न्यूमेरिकल आ चुके हैं कंप्यूटर लेवल पे. टेम्परेचर कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेजिस्टिविटी माइनस कोफिशिएंट ऑफ लीनियर एक्सपेंशन. राहुल, राहुल, Mr. Rahul, how are you? No response. I think he's there. Rahul? Okay. Mic not working maybe, or maybe no idea. R naught is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha T. So similar formula is for the resistance also. Here RT is resistance at T degrees Celsius. RT is resistance at T degrees Celsius, R0 is resistance at 0 degrees Celsius, and alpha is temperature coefficient of resistance per degree Celsius. अल्फा हमें ध्यान रखना होगा कि वो अल्फा कोई स्टैंडर्ड नोटेशन नहीं है. हमें यूज करना है हमेशा टेम्परेचर कोफिशिएंट उस फॉर्मूले के हिसाब से, अकॉर्डिंग टू द वन दैट इज गिवन. if it is a form plotted in graph, resistance at temperature T versus temperature, it will again be a straight line starting from R0. Yeah, if we use this relation to calculate, unknown temperature, the same formula is used for the resistance thermometer, जो आपने class 11 में पढ़ा था वैसे शायद भूल गए हो. Thermometer is the temperature measuring device. So for a high temperature measurement, we use platinum wire resistance thermometer. उस वायर का 0 डिग्री पे आइस के साथ टेम्परेचर निकालते हैं, रेजिस्टेंस कैलकुलेट करते हैं 0 डिग्री. We find the resistance at 100 degree also. So we always require two calibration point, which is R0 and R100. और फिर जिस भी बॉडी का टेम्परेचर निकालना है उसके साथ उसको कांटेक्ट में रख देते हैं. जैसे डिस्टेंस थर्मोमीटर को हम अपनी बॉडी के साथ कांटेक्ट में रखते हैं, जब थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम आ जाता है देन इट हैज अ सर्टेन टेम्परेचर, उस टेम्परेचर पर उस रेजिस्टेंस की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करके हम अननोन टेम्परेचर T फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. We know the resistance at 0 degree, we know the resistance at 100 degree, we know the resistance at that unknown temperature T degrees Celsius. By using this linear relation of resistance versus temperature, we can have the idea of unknown temperature T. समझ आ रहा है? 11 में पढ़ा था वैसे शायद याद नहीं होगा. Resistance at temperature T calculate करने के लिए now we can use this similar triangle method, or we can use this formula twice. इस फॉर्मूले में एक बार T को 100 पुट कर देते हैं, और so R100 minus R0 will be equal to R0 alpha times 100, और दूसरा रिलेशन आ जाएगा RT minus R0 is equal to R0 alpha times T. Divide equation 2 by 1 to find that unknown temperature, which is the principle of resistance thermometer. RT minus R0 divided by R100 minus R0 is equal to R0 alpha gone, T divided by 100. Temperature is RT minus R0 divided by R100 minus R0 into 100 degrees Celsius. This is the formula for that unknown temperature, also called as platinum resistance thermometer or platinum wire. So by using this property that resistance increases linearly with temperature, we can find the resistance, or we can find the temperature of some known temperature. जब क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे तो हमें इसी फॉर्मूले को यूज करना है. RT is equal to R0, resistance at temperature T, RT is equal to R0 into 1 plus alpha T. Resistance at temperature T degrees Celsius, R0 का मतलब resistance at 0 degrees Celsius, alpha is temperature coefficient of resistance. Right. But for very small change in temperature, हम इसको ऐसा लिख सकते हैं R2 is equal to R1, 1 plus alpha T2 minus T1. But this will give approximately results. RT is equal to R0, 1 plus alpha T we will use to solve the questions to find the temperature. Correct? तो दोनों का derivation हमने कर लिया because it is asked also in the exam, plus the relation between the temperature coefficient, though magnitude wise it will be very slightly different, but the concept wise there is a difference because temperature coefficient of resistivity does not depend upon length, does not depend upon any other factor, it depends constant. But the temperature coefficient of resistance also depends upon coefficient of linear expansion. The relation was alpha R is alpha minus alpha. Now we'll do some question based on the temperature dependence from the worksheet number 3. If you have that, you can open. Yeah, this is DPP number 3. Temperature dependence of resistance, resistivity, and Ohm's law. Yeah, I forwarded this to you in the group. You can see from there as well. Start with question number 5. The resistance of wire at 20 degrees Celsius is 20 ohm, 500 degrees Celsius 60 ohm, at which temperature resistance will be 25. So we'll take initial to be R0 only, R0. Resistance at temperature T is R0 into 1 plus alpha T. So R20 is given, R500 is given, और हमें वो टेम्परेचर बताना है जहाँ पे रेजिस्टेंस होगा 25. So well, directly we can also use that method of जो अभी हमने टेम्परेचर रेजिस्टेंस के लिए बनाया हुआ है रेजिस्टेंस थर्मामीटर. We can directly use that also, but we'll prefer. So instead of 0, here the initial point is 20. Instead of 100, here the final temperature is 500. But we can directly, instead of using that, we can start with the basic formula. Resistance at temperature T is R0 into 1 plus alpha T. Question number 5, PPP number 3. Resistance at 20 ohm when temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. Equation number 1. Second, resistance is 60 ohm at 500 degrees Celsius. 60 ohm when temperature is 500 degrees Celsius. So 1 plus 500 times alpha. 25 ohm का resistance किस temperature पर है ये बताना है. So equation 1 और 2 को हम divide कर देते हैं. इससे फायदा क्या होगा, R1 R0 कट जाएगा and we get the value of alpha. So 60 by 20 is R0 1 plus 500 alpha divided by R0 into 1 plus 20 times alpha. Solve it. ये आ गया 3 plus 60 times alpha is equal to 1 plus 500 alpha. 440 alpha is 2. So alpha की value आ गई 1 upon 220 per degree Celsius. This will be the temperature coefficient. फिर से हमें R0 तो पता नहीं, इससे हम डायरेक्टली थर्ड इक्वेशन में वैल्यू नहीं पुट कर पाएंगे. पहले हम 3 को 1 से डिवाइड कर लेते हैं so that R0 get cancel and then we will substitute. Equation 3 divided by equation number 1. 25 by 20 is equal to R0 1 plus alpha T divided by R0 1 plus 20 times alpha. Solve it for the value of T. Alpha हमने calculate कर लिया. Solve for value of alpha T. This becomes 5 4 5 plus 100 alpha is equal to 4 plus 4 alpha t. 4 alpha t is 1 plus 100 alpha. It's better that you put the value of alpha exactly at the end. 1 upon 4 alpha plus 25. कितना आएगा आंसर? 55 plus 25, that means 80 degrees Celsius. So at 80 degrees Celsius, the resistance of this resistance will become 25 ohm. Yes, got the answer, 80 degrees Celsius? Is the question. Yes. Yeah, so answer will be 80 degrees Celsius. Resistance of wire at 20 degree was 20 and 500. अगर हम suppose को directly करते from that formula. So as we did for the temperature thermometer, the unknown temperature T is equal to RT minus R0 divided by R100 minus R0 into 100. Likewise, here what we can do, unknown temperature is 25, 0 को हम कर लेते हैं 20 divided by 100 की जगह पे 60, 60 minus 20 into 500 minus 20, that becomes 480. So it gives the same. ठीक है, leave it. That lengthy method is little better. Use always the fundamental principle, that is better. You'll not get any mistake in. Right, next question here is on the similar logic. Question number 9. Question number 9 says the increased resistance of a copper wire by 15%. The rise in temperature is required. So if our initial resistance is R0, sorry, initial temperature is R1, then it is increased by 15%. So R2 is R1 plus 15% of it. Right, so in this question, R2 is given as R1 plus 15%. So 15 by 100 times R1, which is 1.15 times R1. 1.15 R1 is equal to R1 into 1 plus alpha delta T, and that delta T has to be calculated in question number 9. Value is given, calculate the value of delta T. This question, it is asking delta T. So don't find the final temperature, it is asking just the rise in temperature, how much temperature is needed to be increased. right? Okay. What is the value? क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 सॉल्व करके बताना क्या आएगा आंसर. Yes or no? What is the answer? Mehir, Pranay. Question number 9. What is the answer? सॉल्व कर रहा है कोई? Find the temperature rise to increase the resistance by 15%. Question number 9. Alpha is given. You have to calculate delta T, not the final T. What is the answer? क्या हो गया? कोई सॉल्व नहीं कर रहा है क्या? Pranay, what is the answer?
Yes, sir. Telling. एक बार क्वेश्चन वाला पेज दिखा दो. (22)
22, right? Delta T is 22 degrees Celsius. Don't mark answer as 42 because 42 will be the final temperature. If it would have asked what should be the final temperature, then final temperature will be 40. बड़ा सिंपल कैलकुलेशन है. बाकी लोग आगे आंसर ये. When are you solving? Kanan,
Yes, sir.
you got the answer?
Yes.
Okay. Question number 10 शायद हमने कर लिया था last class. We did question number 10 last class. No.
No, sir.
Question number 10 नहीं किया हमने अभी. Okay.
I don't think so.
Fine. I think we did. It is based on the last class concept, which was the resistance of a wire. Yeah, this one. Exactly the same question for the same wire. When you calculate resistance, the length has to be considered that length which current passes through, and area is that area through which current enters. So we had 3 cases for the same block, along x-axis, along y-axis, and along z-axis. So that question in this DPP is also the same question. Here you have to find the resistance along x-axis, along y-axis, and along z-axis, and find the ratio. Solve question number 10. You don't need to calculate the final value. Don't put the value of resistivity because you have to just calculate the ratio only. Question number 10. This rectangular block of a material of resistivity has sides of length 1, 2, and 4 along its y and z axis respectively as shown. Then right. What is our x? वैल्यू निकाल लेते हैं यहाँ से.
1/8.
जब हम x के along का रेजिस्टेंस निकालेंगे तो rho into length along x axis, that is 1, and area through which the current enters is 4 into 2, that is 8 centimeter. When we calculate resistance along y axis, then rho, the length across which the current flows is 2 centimeter, and area through which current enters is 4 into 1. Resistance along z axis through which it enters, the length is 4 and the area through which it enters is along x axis length, area will be yz. When you calculate y is along y axis, length will be 2 centimeter, area is 4 into 1, and similarly rz. So which option is correct? Resistivity value you don't need to put because you have to just calculate the ratio. Isha, what is the answer? Which option is correct? I have solved, you just need to find the correct answer from the 4 options.
C.
C?
C.
C is the correct answer. Kriti, you got answer C?
So I did not get any answer.
Why? You understood how do we calculate Rx, Ry, Rz?
Yes, sir.
Then you have to just divide it. Rx by Ry is?
So R is by R y would be 1 by 2 by 8.
Rx by Ry is not 2, it's I think 1 by 4 or something. Yes. Similarly, Rx by Rz will be 1 by 16. Rz by Ry. Rz is 2 times rho and Ry is rho by 2, so that becomes 4 times. 4 is to 1. Third option is correct. Question number 11. 3 samples of same material and same length has square cross section as shown. So पहले वाले cross section में बीच में hollow है. Second cross section again it is hollow in between, and the third one is a pure square thing. These are some cross section of wires. Wires are like this. We have to find its resistance. They are of same material and same length. If material is same and length is same, then obviously it depends only upon the cross section area. Same material, so same resistivity, and they are same length. Area calculate करेंगे हम बड़े वाले के लिए the outer minus inner, second वाले के लिए outer minus inner, और third वाले के लिए a square. Find their relation between their area. Accordingly, we will decide the relation between their resistances. Yes. What about the area? क्या relation area में? The A area is outer square, outer area square area minus inner square area. Outer square area minus inner area square, then this is. So I think all three are areas are same. If areas are same, length is same, resistivity is same, then the resistance will be same. Answer will be C. RA is equal to RB is equal to RC. करेक्ट? समझ आ रहा है? आवाज नहीं आ रही, रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आ रहा, किसी का क्या चक्कर है? राहुल, राहुल, someone is gone probably. Very good. Next question is question number 14. It is a J question. Question number 14. VI graph for conductor at temperature T1 and T2 are as shown. Then T2 minus T1 is proportional. T1 पे resistance हो जाएगा slope of VI graph, that is tan theta. And the resistance at T2 will become tan 90 minus theta, because the angle for the second line will become 90 minus. RT1 resistance at temperature T1 is R naught into 1 plus alpha T1, that is equal to tan theta. RT2 will be R naught into 1 plus alpha T2 is tan 90 minus theta. Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. अब हमें कैलकुलेट करना है T2 माइनस T1, तो हम इक्वेशन 2 में इक्वेशन 1 को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देते हैं. इक्वेशन 2 माइनस इक्वेशन 1, R नॉट ये 1 गॉन, अल्फा टाइम्स T2 माइनस T1 is equal to cot theta minus tan theta. Now use trigonometry and solve the value of cot theta minus tan theta. This is a JEE question only. Cot theta को cos by sin लिखेंगे और tan theta को sin by cos, and then we solve by using the trigonometry. क्या बन जाएगा ये? It become cos square minus sin square theta divided by cos theta. थोड़ी सी trigonometry है इसमें. Cos square theta minus sin square theta and divided by sin theta into cos theta. Cos square theta minus sin square theta कितना होता है? Formula wise
cos 2 theta.
cos 2 theta. So it becomes cos 2 theta, or sin theta cos theta becomes sin 2 theta by 2. So this relation become cos 2 theta, और नीचे हम इसको sin 2 theta by 2 लिख सकते हैं. So cos by sin is cot, so it is proportional to cot of 2 theta. Right? Right? So cot 2 theta will be the answer. Right? Understood this? Cos square minus sin square is cos 2 theta, and sin theta cos theta will become sin 2 theta by 2. ठीक है? Right. So resistance, thermometer, and temperature variation of resistance. This two topic we have done. Next class, before next class, which is on Thursday, I want you to revise all these special cases of capacitor. कैपेसिटर के सर्किट के हमने बहुत सारे केसेस किए थे, those symmetry circuit and Wheatstone and all those. So please go through all of them so that we can directly solve the questions. Each concept by concept will be doing the next worksheet as well as the conceptual questions in the class. Right? So it will be quite helpful अगर आप पुराने वाले कैपेसिटर के सारे सर्किट के क्वेश्चंस करके आते हैं. Very nice. Right, we'll continue from here next class on Thursday. Please revise the capacitor, all the variation of the all these special cases. Thank you.